share, poured 2 shots down. Graveyard silence in this no-name town. Death leaned in with that hollow grin, said, "You done yet?" I just laughed again. I said, "Pour another reaper, let's toast to the end. You've been chasing clothes, but I don't bend. We both ride hard, but I ride free. So sip slow, death, you won't bury me." Dust on my boots, blood on my name. I never rode clean, but I played the game. Cards on the table, sky burning red. You count the souls, I count what's left unsaid. Pour another reaper, let's toast to the end. You've been chasing clothes, but I don't bend. We both ride hard, but I ride free. So sip slow, death, you won't bury me. A sound you can knock, but don't expect me to flee, 'cause I drink with ghosts, not beg on my knees. I sat down by a crooked stone. The sky was ash, the wind had grown. A shadow came with a bottle in hand, said, "Boy, I've been watching where you stand." So I poured a glass and raised it slow to every trail I had to go. He smiled like an old-time friend, said, "Ain't bad sharing whiskey with the end." The graveyard groaned beneath our boots. He lit a cigar, said, "Truth is truth." We clinked our glass in silent nod, both riders serving the same old God. So I poured a glass and raised it slow to the outlaws, saints, and names I know. I tipped my hat, said, "Here's to win." I said again, sharing whiskey with the end. No begging, no crying, no final plea. Just dust on my coat and one last drink from me. He don't chase, and he don't bend, he just waits. Like a long-lost friend. So I poured a glass and raised it high to every dusk and every tribe. And when the trail comes round the bend, I'll be ready, sharing whiskey with the end. for begging, ain't bred for chains. I was raised by thunder and desert rains. Boots made for dust and a heart full of fire, riding straight into the belly of night. Boots made for dust, not standing still. Wind at my back and iron in my will. No flag, no badge, no soul to trust, just smoke in my breath and boots made for dust. I left my name by a broken gate, traded hope for fire and a twist of fate. The road don't ask and the wind don't care, but the devil rides fast and I'm already there. Boots made for dust, not standing still. Spurs in the dirt and a blade for the kill. Ain't no choir, ain't no rush, just blood on my hands and boots made for dust. Just a shadow that walks where angels fled. I don't run, I ride and trust the trail. If it ends in fire, I'll blaze it well. Boots made for dust, not standing still. A soul carved out by desert will. When the reaper comes, he rides or bust. I'll smile back with my boots made for dust. Boots hit dirt and the dust kicks high. Sun's at my back and trouble's nearby. Got a flask in my coat, a plan in my head, and a bounty that says I ought to be dead. There's a rattle in my saddle and fire in my chest, riding like a sinner who won't confess. Ain't no peace in the west, just breathe and grit and a sky full of crows that won't ever quit. Coyote calls and the night draws close. Whiskey burns like a preacher's ghost. I ain't no hero, just a name they fear. When the boots hit wood and the cold draws near, there's a rattle in my saddle and fire in my chest, riding like a sinner who won't confess. Ain't no peace in the west, just breath and grit and a sky full of crows that won't ever quit. Spurs don't jingle, they growl and bite like a wind that howls in the edge of night. I don't run fast, but I ride real mean. through the bones of the past and the might have been. There's a rattle in my saddle and fire in my chest. I'll ride till the reaper lays me to rest. No savior in sight, just dust and spit, and a name carved deep where the lost men sit. Head down on the table, breathing in the wood. Whiskey half full, yeah, I drank what I could. Gravestones watching like old regrets, but I ain't said my last words yet. Crow on the rail like a preacher in black, muttering secrets I ain't taking back. I seen the edge, looked over the line. Death blinked first, now the night is mine. I still got fire, still got fight, even with blood in the whiskey line. You can lay me down in the dust and mire, but hell, I still got fire. Boots worn thin, but they carry my weight. Roll past sorrow, outtrend fate. You think I'm sleeping? I'm just still waiting for the world to test my will. Don't mistake the silence for defeat. Some wars are won without a beat. I still got fire, still got steel, still got dreams they couldn't steal. I ain't the ghost they prayed I'd be. I'm the flame they couldn't see. You can bury the man, but not the choir, 'cause brother, I still got fire. I still got fire. Whiskey's warm, but my soul's gone cold. Dreams I buried in a desert hole. The cross behind me don't got my name, but the raven knows I ain't playing that game. Sleeping on the wood where the dead don't rest. Leather around my heart, bullet in my chest. Candle burning like a promise broke, but I still breathe through the ghost and smoke. Crows don't cry for cowboys, they just watch them fall. Ain't no tears on tombstone, just names too small. I ain't dead, just damn tired of trying, but I ain't gonna ride out lying. Sun creeps up like a rusted blade, cut my pride where I lay. But this glass is full and I still stand, with a prayer in dirt and a gun in hand. Crows don't cry for cowboys, they just count the years. Ain't no mercy in the wind, no choir in your ears. I ain't done though the sky looks gray. If death wants me, she'll have to wait another day. You hear that wing beat? That's not the end coming. That's just time flapping past, and I ain't ready to be history. Crows don't cry for cowboys, they just tip their wings over bones and bottles and broken strings. But I ride on with my blood and sins, 'cause the West ain't done with men like him. Candle flickers, whiskey warm, gravestone whispering through the storm. Crow on the table, looking at me like he's waiting for my soul to leave. Dust on my boots, blood on my sleeve. The past don't die, it just won't leave. Hands still shaking, but I pour one more for every ghost that I rode before. Whiskey keeps me breathing, keeps my head above the flame. Every drop's a memory I drink to kill the pain. I ain't running, I ain't weeping, I just play this losing game. But I'm still here, death don't know my name. Sunset bleeding through the pine, ain't no heaven drawing lines. Every man I've ever lost sits beside
beside me, paying costs, glass half full or half destroyed. Ain't no peace, just a void. But I'll toast the fire, ride the smoke till the reaper's hand goes for my throat. Whiskey keeps me breathing, keeps my head above the flame. Every drop's a memory I drink to kill the pain. I ain't running, I ain't weeping, I just play this losing game. But I'm still here, and death don't know my name. Let the candles burn down slow. Let the ravens steal the show. But I got songs left in my chest, and a few sins I ain't confessed. Whiskey keeps me breathing, keeps my shadow in the light. Ain't no savior in this bottle, just a reason not to fight. I ain't praying, I ain't pleading, I just pour and take the blame. But I'm still here, and death don't know my name. Dust on the brim and fire in my chest. I ride where the dying never rest. The raven don't ask, he just knows where I've been and where I go. A graveyard oath I swore tonight, by moon and bone and candlelight. Ain't no heaven waiting slow, I ride with ghosts where reapers go. Crosses lean like old regrets, names worn down in silhouette. But I don't pray, I just ride on. My sins too heavy for the dawn. A graveyard oath I swore tonight, to silence blood and phantom light. Ain't no quiet, no savior's glow. I ride with ghosts where reapers go. Flaps twice and stills again, like he's waiting on my end. But I got boots and dust to kill, and one last promise to fulfill. A graveyard oath I ride it true, with death behind and dusk in view. If the wind forgets my name, these crosses sure remember pain. dust in the sky, boots in the bone dry ground, graves all around me. No one makes a sound. Raven on the saddle, black as coal. He don't talk much, just watches my soul. I'm the rider with no words, speak through scars and silent hurt. Steel in my step, storm in my chest. I bury my past with every sunset. Ain't no songs for men like me, just the wind and a ghost in the mesquite tree. Crosses lane crooked, stories never told. Some died young, some just got old. But I keep moving like rivers in blood. Don't pray to no Lord, don't run from the mud. I'm the rider with no words, speak through scars and silent hurt. Steel in my step, storm in my chest. I bury my past with every sunset. Ain't no songs for men like me, and just the wind and a ghost in the mesquite tree. If death rides up, I won't flinch a bit. She can take my bones, I've danced on the edge. I left my name in a trail of ash, and I don't look back at a life I've passed. I'm the rider with no words, born for the dust and the cuts that burn. Steel in my step, storm in my chest. A coin on my eye, that's all I left. Ain't no songs for men like me, just a crow and a grave and the empty breeze.
I woke up face down in the dirt, boots torn up, hands full of hurt. Graveyard cold, moon riding high, but I ain't the kind that says goodbye. She crawled up smiling, bones and black. Said, "You ready, son?" I just laughed back. Dig me later, Dad, I still got fire. not just yet. You want me gone, better place your bet, 'cause I ain't down, not in this life. You picked the wrong man for a final fight. I've seen words come riding in, gunpowder, ghosts, and whiskey sin. But I keep riding, keep my pace, even if the devil's wearing your face. No priest, no bell, no final prayer, just steel-like grit and desert air. Dig me later, Dad, I still got fire. Ain't time to fold, ain't time to retire. This soul ain't yours, not just yet. You want me gone, better place your bet, 'cause I ain't down, not in this life. You picked the wrong man for a final fight. I don't beg, and I don't run. I face the dark till the rising sun. So if you came to hear my song, hope you brought back up, 'cause I play along. Dig me later, Dad, I ride tonight, with mud on my boots and fists held tight. You had your chance, you missed your shot. Cowboy's heart still burns too hot. Midnight's breath was cold and dry, boots sunk deep in a graveyard light. She came a-creeping, cloaked in dread, with bones that rattled what I never said. But I ain't one to beg or plead. You want my soul, you fight for me. I ain't kneeling in your dust, I still ride with fire and rust. Moonlight's high, but my eyes burn clear. I ain't done, I'm still right here. No bell's been rung, no grave been sealed. Ain't my time to kneel. Walls out back, wind tore through, but I just smiled and said, not you. You ain't the first that tried to end this heart that beats like desert wind. So take your side, but tread with care. I've danced with death, I've learned her stare. I ain't kneeling in your dust, I still ride with fire and rust. Moonlight's high, but my eyes burn clear. I ain't done, I'm still right here. No bell's been rung, no grave been sealed. Ain't my time to kneel. A soul that breaks in fear, but mine's been forged in dust and beer. I got scars that write my creed. I ain't a man you drag with ease. I ain't kneeling, I still breathe. Your grip ain't strong enough to sheathe.
gonna fight one last deal. Ain't my time, not my time to kneel.
She came crawling through the grave dust, bones clacking in the gloom. I looked her in the hollow eyes and said, we both bleed under the moon. My hands are torn from climbing cliffs, my boots are full of sin. But darling, you won't take me now, I ain't done breathing in. We're crawling close beneath the same moon. You hiss my name, I hum a tune. You whisper cold, but I stay warm. A man still holding through the storm. You want my soul, but I want dawn. This tale ain't over, so move along. I've danced with ghosts in canyon halls, I've buried friends in lead and stone. I ain't afraid of your dry hand, but I still ride alone. You think I'm broke cause I'm on the ground, but girl, I've crawled through worse. And I'll be standing with the sun while you still hum your curse. We're crawling close beneath the same moon. You grin like you'll be coming soon, but I ain't ready, not tonight. I've still got fires I wanna light. Your time will come, but not just yet. I got a life I won't forget. She reached her hand, I shook my head. You'll have to wait till I'm good and dead. Then I laughed and tipped my hat. You ain't the worst I've stared back at. We're crawling close beneath the same moon. You play your chords, I hum my tune. You deal in ends, I deal in fight. I'll see you someday, but not tonight. I fell in the dirt, thought it was done, till I met her stare beneath the ghost white sun. She didn't speak, but I heard her well, with bones like knives and a breath like hell. But I said, not yet, I ain't paid my dues. Still got dust on my boots and songs to choose. If you're here to take me, you'll have to wait. There's still fire in me, you won't break. Fire in me, you won't break. Graveyard cold, but my blood runs warm. Been through dust storms, whiskey war. You wanna
this ain't your time.
Yeah, not yet, I ain't done my ride. Still got sins to burn and stars to find. If you're here to claim, then make it loud, but I'll sing you down for I'm in the ground. For I'm in the ground. She leaned in close and the moon turned red. Said you're too stubborn, boy, for the dead. I grinned with mud caked on my teeth. Said I'll die standing, not underneath. So not yet, no chains on me. Got a deal to strike with destiny. You can wait in the dark till I'm through. I ain't done with living not for you. We're living not for you.
Mud in my mouth, blood on my sleeve. You came for me under All Hallows Eve. But I ain't crawling for a deal of prayer. You want my soul, then take it fair. Your fingers click like a rattlesnake's kiss. But I spit in the dark, I don't beg for bliss. One knee down and the other still fighting. I don't go quiet, I go like lightning. You ain't taking me without a song, without a scream of steel string strong. I may be broken, but I'm still loud. Coughing dust, but I ain't bowed. Your cloak don't scare me, your bones don't sting. Last breath ain't yours, it's a note I sing. Boots in the dirt and the moon in my back. I've seen worse devils on the railroad track. But tonight I ain't running, I stare you down with a grin so sharp it could split this ground. 1,000 graves and you pick mine, but I wrote my name in thorn and twine. And when I'm gone you'll hear this tone rising up from skin and bone. No choir waits where I belong, just wind and wolves and outlaw songs. You can drag me, but I won't fold. I play till the fire turns cold. Your shadow's long, but my will's wide. Last breath ain't yours, it rides with pride.
Six strings humming in the dead of dusk, steel and bones both gathering rust. I walk that ridge with a shadow close, but this old tune, he fears it most. He don't speak, but I feel his grin. Cold wind creeping beneath my skin. Every chord I play's a line I draw between my soul and death's outlaw law. I got a song that death don't know, strummed in dust where no seeds grow. He can't wait at my back, taking it slow, but he can't touch the tune that death don't know. Stand like rusted knives. Sky bleeds red where the silence thrives. He taps his bony hand on my beat, but this song ain't got no graveyard feet. He leans in close, breathing cold, but my melody burns in his empty soul. If I fall tonight, let the story go. The man who sang what death don't know. Death don't know. That fire burned out in a canyon long gone, but the echoes still hum in the chords of my song. Boots worn thin and my hat full of rain. Every mile behind me still knows my name. Saw the reaper once in the heat of July. He just tipped his hood as he rode on by. He don't chase me, and I don't run. We both just wait for the setting sun. But doves don't cry, and men don't kneel. We ride through storms with hands on steel. A tune in my mouth, a prayer in my breath. I sing to the silence and dance with death. Campfire smoke and an old guitar. Each note I play, he ain't too far. He hums along in the desert wind, waiting patient for my song to end. Don't bring me flowers, don't light no flame, just carve one line. He rode with pain. I ain't no legend, just a man with time, and a saddle full of dust and rhyme. 'Cause dust don't cry, and I won't beg. I've lived too long with one foot on the peg. Let the night fall hard and the coyotes call. If death comes for me, I'll face it all.
desert wind cuts like a blade. My boots been walking since the deal was made. A hooded shadow right at my side, but I got 6 strings left to ride. I play, I burn, I don't retreat. My soul ain't one you claim so sweet. You can follow, you can wait, but I ain't done with my outlaw fate. Campfire crackles in the dying light. That old side shines in the edge of the night. But I ain't flinching, ain't saying goodbye till the last note echoes in the sky. I play, I burn, I don't retreat. My chords are dust, my hands still beat. I ain't your prize, not tonight. I got 6 strings left to ride. You stand there silent, bony and bold, but this melody's mine, it ain't been sold. Each strum's a vow, each note's defied. I'll play till the strings run dry. I play, I burn, I don't retreat. The dusk, the dirt, my heart still beats. Ride with me or step aside. I got 6 strings left to ride.
He stood behind me, cloak and bone, silent watcher, chilled my soul. I tuned my strings, the sun hung low. This field my stage, this night my show. 6 strings in a shadow, oh, I won't kneel. I play my story raw and real. If I go down, let the desert know I sang my truth before I wrote. Hands like leather, voice like grit, songs I carry, wounds I hear. I won't barter, I won't plead. I'll play my song, then I'll be free. 6 strings in a shadow, fate's on beat. Boots tap dust in dying heat. If this is it, then let it be a final chord between him and me. He didn't flinch, just tipped his head as if he knew the path I tread. But when I hit that final line, he stepped back once and gave me time. 6 strings in a shadow, oh, that's my tale. I carved it deep on desert shale. When I fall, let the silence ring. The reaper paused to hear me sing.
in that golden wheat. Had low boots off, feeling beat. The sun looked down like an old friend. No questions asked, no need to pretend. The sky don't judge, it just rolls on. Don't care where you've been or what went wrong. Let the wind sing loud, let the clouds drift slow. It's peace I found where the wild things grow. I've outrun lawmen, I've lost my name, left behind love and took the blame. But this old earth don't hold a grudge, just gives me room and won't misjudge. The sky don't judge, it just stays wide. While I lay down to hurt, I try to hide. Let the dust rise up, let my breath be slow. Ain't no sins that we don't know. A crow flew by like a whispered prayer. I watched it drip without a care. I ain't asking for mercy or rain, just time to rest and drop my pain. The sky don't judge, it don't take sides, it just watches every man who rides. So I'll lie here still till the cold wind blows, 'cause the sky don't judge and the wheat still grows. I laid my back on a bed of wheat. Sun's burning down, but the peace is sweet. 1,000 roads behind these eyes, but none more quiet than these open skies. Ain't no preacher in this field, no law to break, no lies to shield, just sky above and dirt below, where a man can breathe and let it go. I run with ghosts, I've bled in dust, loved and lost, broke every trust. But the wind don't ask where I've been, it just hums low and pulls me in. Ain't no sins out in this grain, ain't no judge to speak my name, just me, the land and time that slips through calloused hands and chapped up lips. I've made my peace, I've met my end, where the sky don't judge and the wheat stands high. That's where I'll lay, and that's where I'll ride. laid my head in the golden grain. Sun's burning slow through a sky so plain. Hands worn down, but my soul still fights. I ain't done yet with these western nights. I got grit in my boots and dreams in my eyes. Heard the wind talk true under endless sky. Ain't no throne, but I still sit proud, with the weed as my bed and the sky as my shroud. A thousand roads done broke my bones, but the dirt still feels like home. The clouds roll slow like tales I've told of cowboys lost and legends old. I got grit in my boots and dust in my veins. Carried love, carried loss, carried old remains. I ain't fast, but I ain't stalled, just riding steady till the good Lord calls. No need for riches, just air and light, the field, the sky, and a soul that's right. Let the birds sing soft when I go, and leave my hat where the wheat still grows. I got grit in my boots and peace in my chest, a heart that rode hard, now laid to rest. If I don't wake from this sun-drenched bed, tell the wind he lived, he bled, he said. Laid down in the dirt with the reaper near, glass full of fire, heart full of fear. He said, you done run far, but I caught your trail. I just laughed and said, pour the ale. One shot for the reaper, one more for the road. My bike's still humming, my blood's still cold. Ain't time to fold, I still got dust to ride. So we drank, then I roll, with death by my side. Leather's torn, but I ain't dead yet. Got 1,000 miles and one last bet. He leaned on his scythe and gave a grin, said, you danced with ghosts, now let's begin. One shot for the reaper, one more for the fire, a toast to the lost and the worn out tires. The wind still howls, I ain't crying, just riding fast while the sun is dying. If the end comes slow or hits like lead, I'll meet it straight. No words unsaid. One shot for the reaper, no need to pray. Just whiskey and grit at the end of day. If I don't come back, let the desert know that a cowboy made then didn't bow low.
I lit a smoke with a fire in my hand, boots in the dust, heart full of sand. Death sat close with a grin so wide, said you're riding long or ready to slide. I laughed slow, poured a whiskey burn. Girl, I've still got wheels that turn. She looked at me like she knew the way of a man who don't run, just rides with fate. I got gravel in my blood, wind in my chest, so they won't settle a heart that won't rest. Ain't begging for mercy, ain't looking for grace. I'll ride till the silence, not a moment away. So come and sit, let the bottle run dry. We both got reasons not to die. The back behind us still warm from the run, paint like coal and chrome like sun. I asked her name, though I knew it well. She said, call me whatever keeps you from hell. She ain't no thief, she just waits her turn. While the whiskey burns and the eagles turn, I ain't afraid, just tired and worn. Built from thunder, dust and scorn. I got wool in my blood, scars on my skin, riding on sin like a second wind. Ain't asking for heaven, won't bow to no king. Just a man and his shadow and the songs I sing. So sit with me while the crows fly high. We both got reasons not to die. If this is the end, I won't crawl. I'll face it like a man standing tall. No saddle left cold, no fight undone. Just a ride with death toward the setting sun. I got gravel in my blood, fire in my veins, laughing with ghosts in the desert plains. No prayers on my lips, just dust and flame. One last dream, then ride again. Yeah, we both got reasons not to die, but hell, we sure got time to try. lit a smoke on the canyon rim, sun going down, world looking grim. Death sat close with a crooked grin, said, "You riding out or coming in?" I took a swig from my leather flask, said, "You can ask, but don't unmask. I ride for fire, not for fame. Dust in my lungs, blood in my name." Riders don't kneel, not even to death. We bargain in silence, we speak with our breath. Steel in our veins, dirt on our hands, whiskey for memory, boots in the sand. We don't run, we don't cry, we ride till the wheels go dry. She leaned in close, bones creaking slow, said, "You out of time, just thought you should know." I shrugged and smiled with a cracked old face. My deal's with the road, not the final place. My shadow long, my gas tank low, but hell ain't scary when you ride so low. I tipped my glass to the edge of fate and let her sit. We shared the weight. Riders don't kneel, not even to death. We speak through scars, not through breath. Fuel in our soul, fire in our eyes. We ride through the storms, we don't apologize. No white flag, no last deal. We ride till the silence feels real. One wheel in dust, one foot in milk. She laughed and said, "You're good with this." I smiled and kicked up dirt again. Said, "I'll ride on, you know my end." Riders don't kneel, we make our stand. Heart stitched shut by calloused hands. If this is the end, it ends with grace. A drink, a grin, and a weathered face. A drink, a grin, and a weathered face. Sun sinking low on the canyon's edge. I parked my steel horse by the prairie ledge. Boots full of dust, heart full of sin. Death pulled up, said, "Mind if I sit in?" She wore bones and a tattered hood, but damn if she didn't look kinda good. I poured a drink, said, "Let's not rush." She grinned wide, I'm in no hurry. Last round before the dust takes hold. One more tale, one last roll. I ain't scared, just tired of running. Been out riding storms since the first sun coming. So pour it deep and let time rust. This here's the last round before the dust.
She asked if I'd do it all the same. I said hell yeah, and named each flame. The fights, the scars, the women I kissed, the friends I lost, and the shots I missed. My bike still hums like a midnight prayer. Leather cracked, but I still care. I rode with ghosts, and now I know the reaper rides too, just nice and slow. Last round before the dust takes hold. Whiskey burns, stories told. I won't beg, I won't plead. I made peace with what I need. Just light one up, I feel the gust. And right into the dark before the dust. The sun bowed out, she stood so tall. Said, boy, you danced through every brawl. I tipped my hat and shook her hand, ready to cross that silent land. Last round before the dust, my friend. No regrets, just howling wind. Till the boys I rode on proud played it wrong, never bowed. And when you drank, raise it just for the outlaw who rode into dust. Pull my ride to the edge of the dust. Sun bleeding gold, no one left to trust. Flask in my hand, boots in the sand. Me and death just sitting, man to man. She don't speak, but I know her name. Seen her shadow in a smoking flame. No halo, no crown, just bone and grin. Waiting patient like a long lost kin. Whiskey talks and death listens. Ain't no mercy in her glisten. Trade my sins for one more song, but the road I ride ain't ever long. She don't chase, she just appears. A friend I feared for all these years. Tires still warm from the chase I ran. Lies and blood on my weathered hands. She don't judge, she don't confess, just sips the silence. Black leather dress. Told her I ain't ready yet. She grinned like the sky is sunset. One more drink, I said with pride, then you can ride shotgun by my side. Whiskey talks and death listens. She ain't cruel, just keeps a distance. We trade stories, soul for breath. I laugh too loud for a man near death. Ain't no scream, ain't no cry, just one last look at a blood red sky. There's peace in the pause when you said enough. When the trail turns hard and the whiskey rough. And if she rides when I sleep tonight, let her know I played it right. Whiskey talks and death listens. Two old ghosts in the twilight missing. I gave her my name, she gave me time. Now I ride slow with peace in mind. No regret, no second guess, just a cold glass and a warm confess.
on my hat, smoke in my breath. This old guitar's my one friend left. Fingers crack, still I play songs of ghosts I buried away. Footsteps echo on a muddy trail. Hearts don't rust, but they sure can fail. Ain't no choir in these plains so wide, just a man and 6 strings on a long lost ride. Cigarettes and iron strings, that's all I got when the cold wind sings. No gold, no girl, no lawman's grace, just a cowboy soul in an empty place, singing low, riding lean through the ashes of a broken dream. I carved this tune in a barroom floor with blood and spit and nothing more. My boots are wet, but I don't care. I was born to ride through the devil's stairs. That rain don't wash what time can't kill, it just hides the dust and numbs the will. So I strum like hell, let the thunder cry. I'm the storm you see behind my eyes. Cigarettes and iron strings, that's all I got when the cold wind sings. No gold, no girl, no lawman's grace, just a cowboy soul in an empty place, singing low, riding lean through the ashes of a broken dream. You can chase the sun, you can beg the moon, but the truth will find you out real soon. And when it does, you better play like every damn chord's your judgment day. Cigarettes and iron strings, still humming out what my sorrow brings. No savior waits in this cold rain's kiss, just a rebel heart in a night like this. I don't beg, I don't plead, I just play, 'cause it's all I need. Woke up in mud with a song in my throat, boots full of water and a half-tone coat. Ain't no roof, just sky and pain. Ain't no fire without a little rain. Got ghosts in my strings, dust in my jaw. This land don't forgive and it don't give law. But I strum like a sinner with one last verse, 'cause silence, boy, now there's worse. Ain't no fire without rain, no soul without a little pain. I ride where the wind forgets my name, but my voice still howls like a midnight train. No saints, no sin to explain, just a man and his fire in the rain. I bled for gold that turned to dust,
watch love blow west like a wagon rust. But this old six string's my only kin. She don't lie, she don't give in. Cigarettes sold, but I light it still. With thunder rolling over every hill. And if the devil's watching, let him see. This song's for the ones like me. Ain't no fire without rain, no soul without a little pain. I ride where the wind forgets my name, but my voice still howls like a midnight train. No saints, no sin to explain. Just a man and his fire in the rain.
If you ever hear a tune in the storm, know it's a cowboy, broken and worn. He don't beg, he don't pray.
He just sings 'cause he ain't got nothing else to say. Ain't no fire without rain, no grit without the chain. Some burn quick, some burn slow, but the true ones blaze when the cold winds blow. Let them laugh, let them call me insane. I'm just a fire that dances in the rain.